JL, you came in first.
Oh my goodness.
Show us what you got. Hello, JL, are you there?
Yeah, we were seeing somebody different.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm here. What, do I just start?
Yep, just start. Show your project.
Okay. Well, this isn't the most ultra cool project in the world in terms of being innovative or whatever, but I thought it was worth seeing because I finished it out pretty well. I think. I'm very involved in photography, and one of the things that I wanted to do was find a way to make my studio flash units work with my dedicated flash units. And they're like slave units that do that, but they don't work very well. So I made this delay thing with an Arduino and a protoshield and stuff like that. You plug a standard strobe slave unit into one jack and your studio strobes into another. Then you fire your camera strobes and it measures the amount of delay between the pre-flash and the main flash, and then it delays firing the studio strobe by that amount of time so that they sync together. And, you know, lots of people have built this kind of thing. The thing that I did that I thought was kind of useful was, you know, normally you'd have your box over by your strobe power pack. You don't want to walk across the studio, so I used the little Adafruit infrared remote so that I can stand across the studio and fine-tune the delay so I get exactly the right amount of sync delay on the flash units. And I put the little OLED on top of it so it reads out the amount of delay that you get, and you can record the delays that you need for various different setups so that you can re-enter them later. And you know, eventually I'm going to make a video, but I've tested it out, and you know, it's really pretty useful, so I was pleased with how it turned out.
That's very cool. And so this is specifically for strobes, so when you're taking like high-speed photography, or what type of photography?
Well, basically, it's any kind of studio photography where maybe you want to use your, you know, your TTL flash unit that comes with your camera, and you also want to use high-powered, like AC power pack strobes, like you would use for studio photography. Normally, they don't work together because the pre-flash in your camera strobe fires the studio strobes too soon. So introducing this delay gets around that, and because you can fine-tune it, you can use like the high-speed sync and all of the other features that your camera strobe might have with your AC-powered studio strobes.
Oh, very cool. And is there anything that's available on the commercial market, or this is something that you had to do on your own to get exactly what you want?
Well, there's a company called Pocket Wizard makes a system that has a feature they called HyperSync that does basically the same thing. It lets you fine-tune the delay, but in order to use it, you need a transmitter and 2 receivers that are about $200 a piece. So rather than spending $600, I decided I'd get an Arduino and a protoshield and see if I could make something.
This is really cool because, you know, we have a basic photo studio, but you know, and we have to sync the lights, although ours are pretty simple. But stuff like this, it's really like super custom.
Yeah.
And it's neat because it's a beginner Arduino project. It's just, you know, a pin goes high here, wait microseconds, and then another pin goes high. So it's actually cool that, you know, there's actually a class at MIT that did strobe photography, and you learn microcontrollers because there's nothing else that gives
control it. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you hear the sound of the bullet, then you would flash the light. And so it's a little similar. But I like the camera projects because they're so useful.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I was pleased about. I don't know a lot about Arduinos yet, but even with what little I know, I was able to make something I could actually use that has practical value.
Yeah, this is really cool. You said it wasn't a really exciting project, but I actually think this is really cool. I really love when people not just follow the tutorials and follow the books, but actually make something that they personally want, because that's how you learn.
Yeah.
You learn when you have a goal, and you'll do anything to get to that goal.
Yeah.
Not follow. I mean, following tutorials is useful.
Yeah.
But you need to have something that you personally want at the end. So that's cool. And you probably learned tons, like getting the OLED and the, you know, machining the enclosure and what kind of cables to use. This is all really hard stuff.
Yeah, interrupts and storing in the EEPROM were the things that were hardest for me to learn.
Those are hard things. So, all right, cool. Thank you for showing your project. It's a really useful project.
All right. Thanks, JL.
Thanks, JL.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, Clay.
Clay Cowgill.
Howdy, guys. Can you hear me okay?
More cowgirl. I bet everyone says that. Okay.
So, I got something new this week, hot off the press from Sharp, which is one of their PNLC LCDs. I don't know if you guys have seen those or not, but Sharp
I've
calls
heard
them.
about this.
Yeah, so
Wow.
these are the it's a polymer network liquid crystal display. And what's interesting about them is in their off state, they're sort of this cloudy silver kind of look. It's hard to get focus there close in. When they're energized, they're actually like a mirror looking at a real shiny type of surface.
Yeah.
So what I
is this
did,
for?
real quick today, just took a coin cell, little Mega 48, and a little bit of code, and see if I can get this thing so it's showing here.
Oh,
Wow. Dude, that is so cool.
You can actually see that it is like a mirror behind it when it activates. So it's really high contrast. Now, this particular one, it's 1.3 inches and 96 by 96 pixels. They're SPI interface, but fully active at 3 volts here. This guy is 6 microwatts.
Wow.
So 2 microamps on a 3-volt rail for a full dot matrix display, and each pixel has its own memory cell. So it is persistent. Super high contrast, works out in the sunlight and everything else. And it's just freaky looking, because it's just, you see the mirror when you don't see the kind of frosted look to it.
No, it's coming across really clear.
I'm just using the little preview, and it's really...
Where could regular humans get one of these?
So this one, quite literally, is only in sampling right now. I got a few from a distributor because I'm working for some big guys in California that are interested. Mouser actually sells them right now. They're not cheap in singles, like maybe $15 or something for this guy. And it's a 3-volt and a 5-volt part. This particular one is a new one that's 3 volts only. So if you have a 3-volt design or a couple AA's or whatever, you don't have to have a charge pump or anything sitting out there to work. They run out, they claim the rise and fall times are maybe 50 milliseconds, give or take, 20 frames per second, no big deal. I've pushed this thing hard, and there just isn't any ghosting or anything. It doesn't have any memory effect like a e-ink or a bistable display or Marisol or something like that. So it's pretty neat, just the fact that you can give some tiny little cell, and this thing would run for years with a MSP 430 or something. And it's full dot matrix. So anyway, I was excited by it. I thought it was pretty cool. I hadn't seen one in person before, and it's unique, so.
This is the exact reason we wanted to do the show and tell.
Can you post in the chat what the part number is? Because people are, I think, they want to know where to get this.
Yeah.
Sure
and
thing,
we'll totally fix them
You
up.
can just reply on the Google in the comments on Lady Ada's page, and then we'll post it up on the post that we do on our site, so folks can.
Yeah, and this one, I think, like I said, Mouser has this. There's a few different sizes. They've got one that's a 2.94 inch, which is over WQVGA, so it's like 456 by 240 resolution. Obviously, it doesn't need any backlight or anything. They're super thin. I don't know if I showed you that. 1.5 millimeters on edge. They do come with flex, which might give some people problems, but you guys are SparkFun, I'm sure will have a little breakout for that 10-pin connector. And then after that, it's just, a little bit of SPI. They're line addressable, so if you want to be clever and only update things that change, you can do that. And it seems to work pretty neat. I mean, less than a couple hours to get it up and running and talking. It was harder making a run length encoder to pack the numbers into the memory on the Mega 48 than anything else. So.
Yeah,
anyway, it's a Sharp Memory LCD is their website too. They got a ton of stuff up there, which is kind of interesting. So I'll post in the comments, but I just wanted to show it off. It's kind of fun.
Okay.
Thank you, Clay, for phoning in from the year 3000.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about as thin as an OLED, but it's going to use a lot less power. Even the smallest 1-inch OLEDs that we have, even though they don't use a backlight, they still draw about 20 milliamps.
I want to make a watch out of it, like instantly. Like
you will be seeing Nike and every other guy that's going to have those in watches in no time, I'm sure. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Clay.
Awesome.
Great. Okay, catch you guys later.
Okay, Pierce, you are up next.
Hi, is my mic working?
Yep.
Yes.
We can hear you great.
Okay, cool. Hey, so when Atmega released, or Apple, excuse me, released an Atmega with a built-in 802 for radio January of last year, I thought it would be really cool to put together an Arduino variant that was based around that chip.
Oh, okay.
So I've actually got it to the point where I'm now selling them. And I've got a couple of them right here, which I'll try to hold them up. They have some code running on them that flashes the lights in a call and response pattern. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
So it's the same form factor as a standard Arduino. It's pin compatible. All the whatchamacallits, peripherals come out on the same pins as they do on a standard Arduino. So SPI, PWM, analog, all that comes out in the same place. In addition, since it's not a 5-volt tolerant part, and I didn't want to, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it sounds like there's a...
The robot is up control.
Yeah, I'm gonna... There.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay! Sorry.
Keep going. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right. Can I be heard again?
Yeah,
This is all
fine.
frozen for me.
The latest person who came in, I think, was a droid.
So what do you think this is really good for? Like you
Okay.
reports, or what's this killer app?
So I'm talking to several people who want to put together sensor networks using them. The one guy I've been talking to in Hawaii who wants to use them for some microclimate monitoring. I'm putting together a little RC balancing robot with it, which isn't ready yet, but 2 or 3 weeks should be at least up on its feet. Also good for home automation. Atmel has a Zigbee stack for it, so you can talk to all the Zigbee home automation stuff.
Oh, cool.
So this is the RF1281 or something? I'm trying to remember the part number.
Yeah, RFA Atmega 128 RFA1.
Right, there you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, we were seeing a lot of stuff using this chip, so it's going to be interesting because it's instead of having a separate like Ember chip or something, people are now cooking wireless in, but we're starting to see more and more of that. So that'll be kind of neat. And I know that a lot of people do want to do home automation. So.
Well, Atmel seems to fix their. Did I just step on you?
Yeah, you're still there.
Okay. Atmel seems to have fixed the availability problems they were having with the chip for most of the past year. So I think there probably will be more coming out using it.
Okay.
Very cool. Well, as you get ready to talk about this more, post up in our forum or our comments, and we'll do a post on Adafruit.
Cool.
Okay, great. Thank you for showing your Arduino.
Zigduino.
Zigduino. Sorry, I knew it was something like that. Okay. We are halfway through the show, so let's go to
Andrew.
Andrew, you're thinking. Show something.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
What's your project?
I don't have anything to show. Just
You have to have something to show if you show up in the chat. That's the rules. This is the show and tell.
Oh, do I have to leave?
No, you can stay, but
next time show up with a project. Okay. Next
Okay,
person.
will do.
next person, Erin.
Robot girl, you're having a party.
Yeah. So can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
Yeah. Okay. So what I made here was it's just a processing sketch that's taking a FFT with beat detection in it, and it sends out whether it's a kick, snare, or hat type of beat through an XB to all of my robots, except for Bubble Boy. He's just there for decoration. And yeah, so basically it's just like controlling all the robots from one thing and its speed detection. So I just plug everything in and hopefully it will work. Alright, so we'll try kick first. It's just a jump. The weird part though is that sometimes the other instruments sort of pick it up as well. So Manoi, for instance, is shaking his hand when it's on snare, and Robird waves its wing when it is a kick. But yeah, it's just sort of blending in. I sort of only made this a few hours ago, but yeah.
That's cool. You need to get some house music, and then you can have like super crazy dancing robots.
Yeah.
Excellent. I would like to see more processing sketches being used with Arduino stuff. I mean, there's a couple sites and examples and things that you can kind of learn from, but I haven't seen that many lately. So this is really good. Are you going to post up the processing stuff down the road?
Down the road, yeah. It's
Okay.
not really ready right now. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and thanks for your support the other few days.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, cool. Let's see who's
Okay,
who's
next up, Null.
Can you hear me?
Mr. Null.
Yes. Hello.
Okay,
What
this
you got?
is my little CNC thing I'm building, which is actually powered right now, which it shouldn't be. It's basically Arduino based with a whole bunch of wiring. I'm not sure if you can see that.
Yeah, I think we've seen Arduino in there.
Yeah.
Arduino,
Arduino, wires.
controllers, whatnot, steppers. I actually think I bought the steppers from Adafruit.
Oh, great.
And yeah. And I can see if I can get it moving. It wasn't working earlier, so let's see if it'll work for you guys. And it is.
All right.
I'll try and hold it as still as possible.
Live demos are always tough.
Yeah.
Are you following a plan for this CNC, or are you just doing it the way you feel like it should be done?
It's made entirely out of junk.
Awesome. Junk CNCs are the best CNCs.
Yeah. It's I don't have the little pen on it, but all it is attached to it is this rubber band. So I have the drawing it made earlier right here. I'm not sure if you can see that.
Wow, cool.
That's the open source logo.
Yeah. I was wondering if you guys could recognize it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like their
It's really
Rorschach
bad.
test.
Yeah, we are humans. It's a new captcha.
Yeah.
Are you planning to maybe have this just do drawing and painting, or you want to like do routing?
Eventually I'm gonna add a Dremel to the top of this,
Yeah.
like here, instead of the rubber band hole thing, which currently holds a pencil or a pen. And I'm eventually gonna add a Dremel to it and an actual table. And I actually am planning to do like board routing with it.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
But
That's cool.
I have to get it to draw accurately first.
Yeah, no, that's a good test.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like it. I like junk CNCs. I always
Yeah.
like it when people are like, I grabbed some junk and I found some steppers from a VCR, and like now I'm making a drawing robot. That's always kind of cool.
Yeah, drawbots are always fun.
Yeah, drawbots
Yeah.
are fun. I like drawbots. I have a space in my heart for drawbots and
Damn.
birdbots
Yeah.
too. Okay, thank
Okay,
you,
thank you
Mr.
so much.
Null.
All right, we're gonna go to probably the last person, and he just came
Yeah.
in, Christopher Robinson. Hello.
Mr. Robinson.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm here. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Show us your project.
I finished one. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
Did we catch you by surprise?
No, I was actually planning on kind of just staying in the background, but no, I just
No
finished
pressure.
this guy. A friend of mine posted a little logic probe and I was all inspired, and I just had extra parts, and so I just made this little nifty box, and I think I might even have, oh, I have power. Oh, fantastic, life is great.
This is all surprising.
It's like the best demonstration.
I love
happy
it. Life is so good sometimes.
Yeah.
So it has a little LCD, and it's a high-low logic probe, and it'll do like pulse width. So like if you're testing servos, or pulse width for like motor speed control, and continuity, and just real basic stuff. But like really handy, because my oscilloscope is a USB oscilloscope. So if I want to use it, I gotta fire software up, and it's a pain. But now I have a nifty little box for testing, like, I don't know, probably more than half of what I normally test, and it beeps too, which is super awesome. I don't have anything that beeps, and so when I'm testing things, you can hear it instead of having to watch your test leads, but I gotta plug my buddy of mine, a friend of mine, Pat at Let's Make Robots, is doing these Arduino backpacks. It's the cheap eBay Chinese LCDs, and he made like a serial backpack for it, but it's made of a 328, an Atmega 328, and so you've got your serial backpack, but you've got all the unused pins, and so it's like a little simple project like this is super awesome because you got the LCD, but I don't have to stick another brain in it. It's right there on the screen.
Did you look at the Super Probe? Is that what you were looking at? The Super Probe, like a little die this big that has the LCD on it?
No, you think I'm that fancy?
No, but you said you were inspired by something, so I had to.
No, it was just one of these little fleeting posts. I think it was kind of aimed towards newbies, like, hey guys, there's this little ballpoint pen, and it'll tell you if things are high or low. It's a good testy thing. And I thought to myself, man, that's one of those things I've always needed and never had. Yeah. And it's so simple, and it's like the kind of thing that if you did have it, you would grab for it all the time. And so I made a fancy one, and that's my latest project.
So someone says you have a robot named Walter, and they want to see it. Is that true?
It is. Could you skip to someone else? Walter weighs like 80 pounds, and I have to put him on the desk. Could you?
Okay. Well, how about you stop? Can you stop in next week because we're about to start the Ask an Engineer show? So can you come in next week and show Walter?
I would love to, and I would love to stay quiet and listen to Ask an Engineer and see if I can learn something.
Yeah, the chat will stop, and then the Hangout will stop, and then the Ustream will start up again, and it'll be our normal show. But we'll spend good 10-15 minutes if you have a really cool robot next week. So stop in.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. Very nice to meet everybody, and and I'll see you next week.
All right, great.
Thanks. That was great. We had 6 people or something.
Hey, are we allowed to ask questions during these?
We don't answer questions during this. This is not Ask Engineer. This is the show and tell.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, could we ask the other people questions?
Oh, we're gonna hop out of the Hangout right now to start the Ask an Engineer show. So you're welcome to stay here and chat with each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
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 All right.
We'll be right back.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming out.